Yeah? You step through the gate, you got balls.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
To feel like a stranger, 'cause we're all a little strange in
What?
here.
Another one of you mercs looking for McCready? He's in the back room.
Have you got a history?
God, I love this
that
song.
needs erasing?
Boy, we got beer.
Did you,
You ain't
come
buying
just
beer,
for
you
the
ain't
beer
buying.
and cigarettes?
Do you know Emogene Cabot?
Name rings a bell. Kind of balmy. Haven't seen her in a while, though. Try Magnolia. She likes to make friends with people. She might know more about this missing bird. Magnolia! Gal wants a word.
Excuse me, miss?
Well, what's the matter, sweetheart? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
I'm not a big fan of jazz.
Well, shame. But that's all I ever sing here. Good Neighbor inspires a certain kind of music. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. Ah, it's your hands. They move even when you aren't thinking, right? Quick on the draw. So what brings a woman like you to my part of town?
Me? Playing a game. First idiot who grabs my ass gets his arm broken. 10 points if he's drunk.
That sounds like the beginning of a great song. I think you and I are gonna get along. So it's my turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
I was wondering if we could get to know each other better.
Oh, really? Go on.
You, me, an evening walk under the streetlights.
And then what?
Music.
I knew you were something special, all right. Let me get my coat.
Let's get out of here.
Let me get my coat. You again. It's my lucky day. What do you need? I haven't been out on the town in too long. Thank you. I'm afraid my first love is always going to be the stage, though. I hope you understand. I just can't get too attached. I'll see you around, good neighbor. When I'm up there singing, I'll be thinking of you.
Magnolia.
I'll see you around, good neighbor.
Hey, this better be You wanted to ask something?
What? No, it can't. It's you! From Sanctuary Hills, right?
Wait, are you from Vault-Tec?
I am Vault-Tec. 20 years of loyal service, and now look at me. I wasn't on the list. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect. How? How's that possible?
Well, you kill enough people. Sooner or later, something's bound to make you immortal.
Oh, Oh, that's rich. Real funny. Just like that robot of yours. After the bombs fell and I came to, that bucket of bolts was still there, trimming those damned edges like nothing happened.
Hey, leave my robot out of this.
You know, you're the only other person I met from before. Oh God, I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement, once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
You're not my problem. Now get out of my way.
You know, I've been hearing that exact sentence from people for 2 centuries. Fine, I'm leaving.
Got it.
Hope nobody's home, because they're not gonna like this.
Look, I know it's an open door, but it's like a philosophically open door, okay? Get the hell out.
Hey, Murawski.
You want a room? Claire runs the desk. Give her something to do besides breathing down my neck.
I just clean up around here.
Hi.
Oh man, someone new! You need some jet, man? Homebrewed? Reasonable prices?
I'll take a look. Sure.
Everything's been tested, personally.
Hey there.
Before you even start, let's get to the point. We have rooms, 1 room specifically. Payment due up front.
Can you tell me a bit about this hotel?
Oh, why do they always have questions? The Hotel Rexford used to be a grand establishment. We even had guests that didn't throw up all over the floor. But now the only people who come by are looking for somewhere to nurse a hangover or shoot up chems. So, still want a room?
Who owns this place?
Mr. Murawski. Oh, you should have seen him in his day. This place used to be flowing with high-end chems, beautiful clients, and oh, the parties. But now he just stews in the back office and disgraces his parents' memory. I swear, if they knew how far he's fallen, they'd die all over again. So why don't you rent a room before I get worked up?
Tell me more about this Murawski character.
Oh, why bother? He's worthless. The other big names caught him with his pants down, and now he just has this ratty hotel. That's the way Good Neighbor operates. The strong make it to the top, until someone stronger kicks them down. Now, are you buying this room, or not?
Tell me a bit about yourself, Claire.
I have been working in this hotel for over 40 years, and this is not how I imagined spending my retirement. Now, are you done being nosy, or are you getting a room?
No, not interested.
Fine.
Hey, Fred.
Whoa, it's you. Didn't I just see you? I got whiplash. Oh man, you should definitely try this stuff.
What's Jet?
You don't know? It's the best. It just hypercharges everything. Like you got the speed of 10 men in one inhaler.
What other kinds of chems do you have?
Well, you got your medicinal shit, Rad-X and Rad-Away for radiation sickness. Hey, do you think that's why they call it Rad-X? That's far out. Mentats are for the sciencey types, you know, eggheads looking for a boost to solve big problems. Buff-outs for the muscle men. Fuck, just try it all is what I say.
You have any work?
Yeah, actually, you might. You know the Gunners, right? The high-end mercenaries? Well, a few of them were talking about scavenging around that old hallucinogen building. I mean, just think about that name. There's gotta be some...
Your offer's a little low, Fred.
All right, let's make it 250.
Not good enough. You said there's already a crew of mercs there.
I did say that, didn't I? How about 300?
Good neighbor's full of chem addicts. You have plenty of money to fund this job.
Okay. You got me. 400 caps, that's all I can put out.
All right, Fred. We have a deal.
You're the best. The absolute best.
Fred.
I am so happy.
Sure.
Fred, are
Hey
you
there.
going to hang out
You're
in the
new
lobby
around Good
all
Neighbor, if
day
I'm not
again?
mistaken.
Or are you actually
What do you
going
think
to
of the
go
place?
down and do some work?
Being available to the customers is work. It's not all about cooking chems, Claire.
It's not.
Gather around. Let's get the green back. Now I know you all are doing...
I just clean up around here.
Perfect.
What you reading there?
Yeah? You're blocking my light, doll.
In case you're wondering, the Diamond City radio...
You look just like Sammy, too.
Sure as hell didn't act like him.
That's Travis.
Institute thinks they can replace people with synths in this town? They got another thing coming.
What am I gonna tell his mother?
Huh?
Downstairs. Don't bother the other patrons.
Running from something?
Hey,
Welcome
Magnolia.
home.
Something I can do for you, gorgeous?
Do you know Emogene Cabot?
Emogene? Sure. I know her. I haven't seen her in a while, though. Are you a friend of hers?
That's not important. Just tell me where she is.
She's not a friend of mine, honey. Just someone who stops into the club from time to time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Yeah?
Magnolia.
Hello again. Something I can do for you?
Do you know Emogene?
That depends on what.
Her family's worried that something's happened to her.
Well, I'm glad somebody's looking out for her. She seemed like the body that needs looking after.
Do you know where she's gone?
There was this preacher fella who used to come in here all the time. One of the slick ones. Always going on about remaking your life and so on. Most of the customers wouldn't give him the time of day, but Emogene, she latched on to him for some reason. I don't suppose it hurt that he was easy on the eyes. Intense. Some women find that irresistible. Pam, would you come over here a minute?
Is there a problem, Miss Magnolia?
No, this lady here was just looking for Emogene. Do you happen to know where that preacher fella came from?
Brother Thomas?
Yes, that's right. The one Emogene was always hanging on.
Had to throw him out. Wouldn't stop bothering customers with that salvation racket. Kept going on and on about joining him at the back bay. Then he'd shove those stupid flyers in your face. Here, I kept one of them, just in case he didn't pay his bar tab.
Well, thanks, honey. You were a big help.
Anything for you, miss.
I hope Emogene's all right. I didn't much like the idea of her going off with that preacher fellow.
Sweet Pip-Boy, sister.
You hold on.
Can't say I'm surprised to find you in a dump like this, McCready.
I was wondering how long it would take your bloodhounds to track me down, Winlock. It's been almost 3 months. Don't tell me you're getting rusty. Should we take this outside?
It ain't like that. I'm just here to deliver a message.
In case you forgot, I left the Gunners for good.
Yeah, I heard. But you're still taking jobs in the Commonwealth. That isn't going to work for us.
I don't take orders from you. Not anymore. So why don't you take your girlfriend and walk out of here while you still can?
What? Winlock, tell me we don't have to listen to this shit.
Listen up, McCready. The only reason we haven't filled your body full of bullets is that we don't want a war with Good Neighbor. See, we respect other people's boundaries. We know how to play the game. It's something you never learned.
Glad to have disappointed you.
You can play the tough guy all you want. But if we hear you're still operating inside Gunner territory, all bets are off. You got that?
You finished?
Yeah. We're finished. Come on, Barnes.
Beautiful as always, Max. No need to even ask. I always set aside a stash of the good stuff, just for you.
Look, lady, if you're preaching about the atom or looking for a friend, you've got the wrong guy. If you need a hired gun, then maybe we can talk.
Maybe. Why don't you tell me who those guys were first?
Couple of morons looking to climb the ladder of success by stepping on everyone else on the way up. Shouldn't be surprised, though. It's how it goes when you run with the Gunners.
Extra baggage like that can get you killed.
Look, I need the money, and I'm not about to let Winlock and Barnes scare a client away. You have nothing to worry about. Those two are weaker than a housefly, and about half as smart. Now what about you? How do I know I won't end up with a bullet in my back?
Are you always this suspicious?
Hey, you approached me. And frankly, I'm taking a huge risk being out here in the Commonwealth in the first place. So I'm not about to leave anything to chance. Which brings me back to my original question. Can I trust you?
Well, if my caps aren't good enough to answer that question, I can take him somewhere else.
Alright, alright. Need to get your panties in a bunch. Tell you what, price is 250 caps. Up front and non-negotiable.
No way. I don't trust you.
Sticks and stones, lady. You change your mind, you know where to find me.
Better get it while it's hot. I'll meet you in the middle. You can show me what you got.
Better keep your iron strap
You're
on.
feeling lucky tonight. Diamond City.
Yes.
Hope reading that's worth our time.
Who's the redhead? She's got that stab your eye with a screwdriver.
Hey. Sure, can I help? Holy shite! Turn those lights down.
Welcome, neighbor. We're always glad to see a new face around here. Tell me something. You ever feel like this whole world is broken? Do you ever wonder why things can't be the way they were in the good old days?
I've got more important things to worry about.
I doubt that, neighbor. What could be more important than transforming your life, and maybe the whole world along with it? We call ourselves the Pillars of the Community. We're a pretty new movement, so you may not have heard of us. But we're growing fast all across the Commonwealth, and you can be part of this exciting future. Step right this way, and I'll be happy to tell you all about our movement and how you can be a part of it.
I don't want whatever you're selling.
I'm not selling anything, neighbor. I'm giving away the secrets of long life, happiness, and prosperity. Giving them away. What do you say? Ready to take that first step into a new life?
You owe it to yourself to give it a chance.
I have some questions first.
Of course you do. And I'm here to answer them. Shoot.
What if I change my mind after I join?
There's absolutely no obligation. But trust me, once you see how your life is transformed, you won't want to leave. Believe it or not, we have never had a single pillar leave after joining. There's not many groups like ours that could make that claim, are there? Anything else you're wondering about before we get started?
What do I have to do to join your movement?
That's the beauty of it, neighbor. You don't have to do anything, except have a willing spirit and open your heart to the possibilities. Anything else you're wondering about before we get started?
What's your movement all about?
Our mission is nothing less than to transform the entire Commonwealth one life at a time. Maybe you've seen pictures or heard stories about what life was like back before the Great War. Maybe you've wondered, why can't life be like that again? Well, neighbor, I'm here to tell you that it can be. Anything else you're wondering about before we get started?
I don't have any more questions.
Good.
You owe it to yourself
Then
to
I
give
hope
it a
you're
chance.
ready to take your first step into your new life as one of the pillars of the community.
Yes, I am.
All right then. Fantastic. You won't regret it, I promise you. We haven't had a single pillar leave the movement since we started.
Is
Don't
this a
be
psycho
shy.
flashback?
Just
Or is
follow
this
me.
real?
I'm always excited to welcome a new member into our fold. Don't worry, I don't bite. Alrighty, I hope you're as excited as I am. This is one of my favorite parts of the job, getting to welcome new members into our movement. The first step is simple. You have to learn to give up your attachment to material possessions in order to gain the ability to have true wealth, health, and happiness. Just go ahead and give me everything you own, and I'll initiate you as a first-level pillar of the community.
I'm actually just looking for Emogene Cabot.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Emogene is indisposed right now. She's not seeing visitors.
What's she doing here? Is she a member of your movement?
Actually, she and I are, you know, romantically involved. Not that it's any of your business, but she and I are just having a little relationship trouble. You know how it is. She's not seeing anybody until she cools off.
I'm going to see her, one way or another. Your choice.
We could always start by ripping your damn arms off.
Wow. You went right to throwing your weight around. I thought we were friends. If you want to see her so bad, don't let me stand in your way. Here, I'll unlock the door for you.
Do you think tonight's show is sold out?
She's all yours, neighbor. We don't have anything to talk about.
Don't tell me. Jack sent you.
You're Jack's sister? I was expecting someone a bit younger.
You really know how to flatter a lady, don't you? Just to be clear, I'm Jack's younger sister, the baby of the family. Once I get home and get some of Jack's serum, I'll be back to my usual stunning self.
Jack has a serum that reverses aging?
It's more like it halts aging. I started taking it when I was 32, so normally that's what I look like. You'll see once I get my treatment. I was well known as one of the belles of Boston society, back when there was any.
What happens if you don't get more serum?
Oh, I don't think we need to worry about that. I've gone without a treatment much longer before with no lasting effect.
I don't care about your beauty treatments. Let's go already.
I don't recall asking you to rescue me.
You could be a little more grateful to the person who's rescuing you.
Oh, Thomas would have let me go eventually, but I was getting tired of waiting for him to come to his senses, so... Thank you. I was bored with Thomas anyway. He seemed so interesting at first, but after we got here, he turned out to be just another brute. He actually thought he could force me to join his absurd cult.
Need anything before we go?
No. I didn't bring anything worth taking with me. Oh, I'm not going with you. You can tell Mother I'll be along home before too long. I just need a drink first.
Well, here's something you don't come across every day. There isn't a speck of dirt anywhere.
I hope you decide to become one of the pillars of the community.
Hey.
I hope you decide to change your life today.
Excuse me.
We don't have anything to talk about.
We're always looking for new members.
Hey there.
Hello, neighbor.
You should talk to Brother Thomas about how to join our movement.
Mom? Hello there.
There. Edward, switch to single sideband modulating. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Edward! Damn, the signal is strangely weak. Try again.
There might be some valuable stuff inside. Let's go check it out.
This is maddening. Go ahead.
Are you reading me, Jack? We can't hold
Edward! Edward! Try again. I think it's clearing up. Damn, the signal is strangely weak. Go ahead. This is maddening. Can you hear me now? Edward!
inside the building. You're reading. Something to
Edward, switch to single sideband modulating. Can you hear me? Edward, switch over to the Hartley modulator. Do you...
Hi.
Not now.
See now. How's this?
Oh my god,
Oh,
it's happening.
that's done it. Edward, what's going on there?
We're under attack. They're inside the building.
Inside? Can you keep them out of the basement?
I'm trying, Jack. I've never seen raiders that... For God's sake, Sammy, the doorway, right there. Sorry, things are a little busy around here right now.
Listen, if they're inside the building, you have to go to the office and shut down the elevator. You can't risk them getting to Lorenzo.
Got it. Office, elevator. You better round up whoever you can and get...
Hello? Edward? Come in. Edward! There's no signal at all. I've lost him.
What's happening, Jack? If these people are inside Parsons, if they free him...
Don't worry, I'll handle it.
I always knew it would end this way. I never should have allowed you to lock up Lorenzo in that place.
That isn't helping, Mother. And as I recall, using the serum was your idea, not mine.
So what are you going to do?
I said I'll handle it. I'm thinking.
Leave that junk behind.
What
You're
do you
just
want?
wasting space.
What's going on?
That was Edward. He's at Parsons, the old asylum. They're under attack by raiders. It's strange. The guards have held off raiders before without any trouble. I don't know what's gone wrong this time.
What happened?
The guards at Parsons called in that they were under attack. Edward went to help. I've only just been able to raise him, briefly. I didn't get much, but it sounds like the situation there is nearly out of control. I wonder if these could be the same raiders that stole that last shipment. If some of them had used the undiluted serum, it could explain their unusual success against Edward's men.
I'm getting used to not knowing what's going on.
I'm sorry if you feel that I've been keeping you in the dark. The serum that the raiders stole confers a host of benefits. The main one being to halt aging. My family and I are all over 400 years old. But it also confers other side effects, especially in the undiluted form that the raiders stole.
Where do you get this serum from?
My father, Lorenzo Cabot, is confined in Parsons. He became dangerously unstable after handling an artifact he found on an archaeological dig in Arabia. He gained various seemingly paranormal powers, as well as becoming increasingly irrational and violent. In the end, I had no choice but to confine him, for his own safety, as well as ours.
Jack, are you sure it's wise telling her all this?
In the course of my attempts to cure him, I discovered that the artifact had introduced anomalies into his blood. So the source of his insanity is also the basis of the treatments that have prolonged all our lives. The irony isn't lost on me, but if he were to escape from Parsons, I would lose my father forever. I will not allow that to happen. Not to mention that the artifact has made him paranoid, homicidally violent, and endowed with extraordinary abilities.
Exactly what abilities does he have?
Enhanced strength, unusual resistance to most kinds of physical damage. Oh, and a kind of local telekinesis, which appears to be projected by the artifact itself. That's why I've built a dampening field into his cell. Which is why we really need to stop these intruders before they turn it off. Hold on, weren't you off looking for Emogene? Did you find her?
I found her, as requested. Now, what about my pay?
Oh, yes. Edward usually handles these things. You want caps, I suppose? Let me see what I have. Here. I hope this is close to your usual fee.
At least there's one small comfort on this terrible day.
Before we go, I need you to understand something. When we get to Parsons, you need to do exactly what I tell you. Nothing more, nothing less. Is that clear?
Why is that so important?
I don't have time to answer all your questions. You'll just have to trust that I understand the situation a lot better than you do. Make sure you have whatever you'll need for a serious battle. I'll wait for you outside.
Jack, be careful. And try not to hurt him.
I love Father at least as much as you do. But you know as well as I do that if he gets free, there will only be one option.
Don't let it come to that, please.
I'll do my best, Mother. And if Emogene finally comes home, for God's sake, don't let her leave again until I get back. Now, I really do have to go.
Sweet.
Looks like a good spot to take a rest.
Perfect.
I don't know what they're working on in here, but it can't be good. What you reading there? All this walking's wearing me out.
Nice.
Hey, this... better be worth it.